All drill y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
2 rappers have been implicated in a plot to murder another rapper. Back in April, Lil Wayne's tour bus was...
I was very upset. Slim was just sitting there listening to us go back and forth. So I was like, man, listen, let's throw a concert and we kill him. Slim like,
Wait. Kill him, like, kill him?
Yeah, it's only one kill, Vlad. We took.
Birdman was once celebrated as the mastermind behind one of hip-hop's biggest empires, Cash Money. But over the years, a much darker and more sinister picture has started to emerge. From allegedly turning his own brother into a serial killer and personal hitman, to the shocking violence tied to rich homie Quan's family, to the rumored attempt on Lil Wayne's life, to repeatedly ripping off his artists, and even whispers of voodoo practices. There's a long list of disturbing claims.
When my name come up, respect it.
Let's go.
Stop playing with my name. All drill y'all, stop playing with my name.
With all this and more, many have come to believe that hip-hop's real boogeyman has been hiding in plain sight. Let's get into it. To really get how Birdman turned into the cold, calculating figure people talk about today, you've got to go back to where it all started, right in the heart of the Magnolia Projects in New Orleans. Born Brian Christopher Brooks in 1969, he got the nickname Baby from birth. Life hit him hard early. His mom passed away when he was just 5. He and his siblings, including his older brother Ronald Slim Williams, who would later co-found Cash Money with him, ended up in foster care until their dad got them back. But by 16, Baby was already knee-deep in robberies and slinging. Arrests came quick, and at 18, he did an 18-month stretch for drug possession. Still, he was already flashing money, cars, and that street swagger. And this is where we get to the first chilling sign of just how twisted Birdman could be, how he allegedly turned his own younger brother into a killer. Enter Terrence Williams. Before the streets knew him as gangsta, he was just an 11-year-old kid who worshipped his big brother Baby. That admiration is important because it sets the stage for everything that came next.
My mother's phone rang. Phone rang in the kitchen. I answer it. It's Baby on the other end. I'm gonna be around there. Come outside when you hear the horn, all right?
Terrence says he'd been waiting forever for a real moment with Baby. Just a normal big brother, little brother thing. One day, it finally happened. He heard Baby was coming by, and for over an hour, he sat by the window watching, waiting. Then he saw it, a brand new SUV rolling down the block, music thumping. Terrence lit up. He ran outside, heart racing, and there was Baby behind the wheel, passenger seat empty, a crew of girls in the back. Baby told him to hop in, and for Terrence, this was it, the dream moment. But then things took a dark turn. Out of nowhere, Baby pulled a gun and pressed it to the back of Terrence's head. The 11-year-old froze, not understanding what was happening. Baby told him it was a lesson. Always be aware, always stay on your toes.
We go for a ride. I'm excited. But no, when I first got in the car, a gun go to the back of my head. And I'm like, what the? I'm shocked because I'm happy to see big bro, nice car, but gun, I'm like, what? That's the first rule. Don't never get in that front seat, let nobody sit behind you. Unless you know who this person is, you really trust the person. You just jump in here, you're not paying attention. So I was being.
It was a puzzling and unsettling experience. You could call it street smarts. But who teaches that to an 11-year-old by putting a gun to his head? Was Baby trying to toughen him up for life in New Orleans? Or was this his way of him for something darker? The answer came soon enough. Next time Baby swung by, he told Terrence to get in again. Only this time, he handed him a gun. Terrence had never held one before, but he was ready to do whatever it took to impress his big brother. They drove around until Baby spotted a young man and told Terrence, "Shoot him." No hesitation. Terrence jumped out, pulled the trigger, and took the man's life. Instead of running back to the car, he bolted in another direction, his mind not on the crime he'd just committed, but on whether Baby was proud of him.
Yeah, come on. Brought me around the corner, pointed him out, shoot him.
Okay.
I get out the car, walk up, shot him to the head, the chest, and in the back. Instead of me jumping back in the car, I ran back home.
Okay. Did he survive?
No.
Did you?
That moment with Baby planting that first seed pretty much set Terrence on a path he'd never come back from. The innocent kid was gone, and in his place grew the gangsta people would later fear, a guy tied to over 40 murders, most of them done to keep Birdman's operation strong.
In the state, you confessed to killing how many people?
40.
What? You confessed to killing 40 people in the state?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There were even whispers that Terrence had a hand in the killing of Master P's cousin, Randall Watts, back when the beef between Cash Money and No Limit was at its peak. Terrence says the word on the street was that Master P was so sure he did it, he put a price on his head. At first, it was said to be about 15 grand, but as the story spread, that number somehow ballooned to 100,000.
Master P. It was a rumor that it started from 15,000 to 30,000 to 100,000 dollar hit out on me. He didn't know me, I didn't know him, and they had a rumor that I had killed his cousin.
Then there was the time Gangsta allegedly had a plan to take out Mystical, who was one of No Limit's rising stars. According to him, Birdman saw Mystical as a real threat to Cash Money and didn't want to take any chances. Gangsta's plan was to organize a concert and use it as a setup to get rid of him. Thankfully, that never went down.
Cause Bird was like, man, listen, I'm not in them streets no more, and we depended on his rap stuff, right? Well, Mystical was a special one, so we like, man. So I was like, man, listen, let's throw a concert and we kill him. Slim like,
Wait. Kill him, like, kill him?
Yeah, it's only one kill, Vlad.
And here's where it gets even deeper. Rumor has it that the very first $100,000 used to launch Cash Money Records in 1991 came straight from Terrence's drug operation. That just shows how tied up the label really was with the drug game and the violence in New Orleans. But for Terrence, the biggest blow came years later. In 1998, he got hit with life plus 20 years for running a criminal enterprise and plotting murders. He stayed loyal, kept his mouth shut for over 2 decades. Then, after 23 years, he finally walked out in 2022, his freedom coming only after he cooperated with feds on old murder cases. And how did Birdman greet him after all that time? According to Terrence, he didn't. Birdman supposedly went ghost, choosing street codes over the man he allegedly into a killer. And the thing is, this wouldn't be the first or the last time Birdman left people who trusted him high and dry. If there's one story that's been told over and over since he and his brother Slim started Cash Money in '91, it's that Birdman has a bad habit of not paying people what he owes. Mannie Fresh even said it plain, Cash Money don't pay royalties, and if you want your money, you have to sue these guys so that they pay up. And over the years, that's exactly what a lot of artists under the label have had to do. It started with Juvenile, the trailblazer of Cash Money. He left in 2001 right after dropping Project English, saying the reason was simple. Same reason most artists leave their label, money. He believed Birdman owed him $4 million. He lawyered up, fought it out, and ended up winning $11 million.
And you say, my reason to leave Cash Money is the same reason most artists leave the label, money.
Yeah.
But even with that win, Juvenile said it wasn't really about anger, it was about respect. He didn't want to be somewhere that didn't value him. And Birdman's cold business logic response was, everybody wants more than what they're paid. That kind of talk made artists feel more like tools than partners. Sure, Juvenile came back in 2003 and again in 2019, but that first betrayal left a scar. Then came BG, who joined Cash Money at just 12 years old and even called Birdman Daddy. He left in 2001, not long after Juvenile, saying he never got a single royalty check for anything before 1998. And even worse, when BG caught a 14-year prison sentence in 2009, Birdman was nowhere to be found, not in court, not speaking up for him, not even behind the scenes.
Man, he was like a father figure to me, you know what I'm saying? So, he really had me brainwashed, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have never thought that in years it would have ended up how it ended up, you know?
The courts take care of that.
And we didn't bump heads a few times, you know what I'm saying? He didn't even call me, you know what I'm saying? I didn't talk to him, he'd be like, what I could do to fix it.
Later, Birdman brushed it off, claiming they didn't even have a relationship before prison. But when BG got out in 2023, suddenly Birdman was all smiles and front and center for the cameras. But BG wasn't having it. He dropped a diss track right away to make it clear he had some things to get off his chest.
When you came home, I'm gonna ask you about this, but I'm gonna ask you about this later.
Okay.
You made a diss record towards Cash Money.
Yeah.
But what is it? You had to get that off your chest?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I did, absolutely. I had to get that off my chest, you know what I mean?
Turk's story was just as painful. Another Hot Boys member, he signed to Cash Money before 15 and also saw Birdman as a father figure. But after a 2004 shootout landed him almost 9 years in prison, Turk said Birdman abandoned him too. While locked up, Turk realized he'd never been paid royalties for the music he made. In 2015, he hit Birdman with a $1.3 million lawsuit for unpaid royalties. He admitted it felt like suing your own family, but at the end of the day, if I don't stand up for myself, no one will. They settled it quietly. Then there was Mannie Fresh, the architect of the Cash Money sound. His production was the heartbeat of the label, from Bling Bling to countless other hits. He stuck around for 14 years, but walked away in 2005 saying flat out, "I left because of money." He said he never saw the books, even while sitting in meetings where they bragged about massive deals. Even Tyga felt it. He signed to Young Money/Cash Money, but by 2014 was calling out Birdman for album delays and feeling creatively trapped. He claimed Birdman owed him $12 million, and he had to cough up $1 million of his own just to buy back his freedom. And it doesn't stop at the artists. Producers like Jim Johnson, Diesel, Playin' Skills, and Bangladesh all sued for millions in unpaid royalties on major hits like Lollipop and A Milli. Even DVLP took them to court for $200,000. Now, if we're talking Birdman's biggest drama and betrayal, nothing tops what went down between him and Lil Wayne. See, when everyone else was jumping ship from Cash Money over money issues, the one guy who stayed down was Wayne. He was the last man standing, still repping the Cash Money name, and it was during this period that he kicked off one of the most legendary runs in hip-hop history. But before their beef ever went public, there were these darker, weirder rumors floating around. And some folks say this might be part of the reason Wayne stayed loyal for so long. It all ties back to Birdman's New Orleans roots and voodoo. New Orleans has always had this aura of mystery. It's basically America's voodoo capital. You've got legends like Marie Laveau, whose influence is still talked about today. So when someone from there gets tied to strange claims, people pay attention. According to one rumor, a so-called voodoo lady said Birdman actually put a curse on Lil Wayne. She claimed this happened when Birdman went down to New Orleans, supposedly to hand out turkeys, but secretly visited her. She said, "The spirit's been speaking to me, and her spirits don't give me no BS," swearing she's seen it in a vision that Birdman went to go west with the voodoo lady. And the alleged reason for this is that this curse was meant to keep Wayne under Birdman's control. Now, one thing people point to as proof is the strange dynamic between these two. Wayne joined Cash Money at just 11 years old, with Birdman stepping in as a mentor and father figure. They even called each other father and son and dropped the joint album Like Father, Like Son. But then you've got these moments that made people side-eye the relationship. For example, there's a clip of Wayne in a room with a young Lil Twist. Wayne asks Twist how old he is, to which Twist says 15. Then Wayne, totally straight-faced, asks if he's been with a woman yet. Twist says no, and everyone laughs. Lil Wayne then follows that up by saying he was only 11 when it first happened for him, and that he became a dad at 15.
Oh, yeah, it's what?
15.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh my God.
11. I had Nate at 15. I had my daughter when I was 15.
He even goes into detail about being R-worded at a young age, shockingly describing it as something he enjoyed.
I got when I was 11, Twist. I loved it. I ain't never pressed charges.
The reaction to this video has been strong, with many fans expressing disbelief and anger. People are questioning how an entire room of adults could allow such a conversation to unfold with a teenager and even find humor in it. And then there's the kissing thing. Back in 2006, a photo dropped of Birdman and Wayne kissing on the lips. People were stunned. These were two of rap's hardest, most respected figures. But here they were showing a kind of affection you just didn't see in that world. Turns out, it wasn't even a one-time thing. There are multiple instances caught on camera of them doing it. One happened live on Rap City in 2006. Wayne walks in, and Birdman greets him with a kiss. Nobody else got that kind of hello.
Got the whole family here.
Even Wayne admitted in interviews that Birdman was the only person he kissed like that. And that just made people ask even more questions about what was really going on between them.
Kiss the girl, right?
Hey, I'm not the person he kissed. That's how I roll.
This is exactly why all those rumors about Birdman putting some kind of curse on Lil Wayne started to gain more traction. Of course, it was all just speculation and street talk, but even if there was any truth to it, whatever curse he supposedly had over Wayne seemed to wear off the moment Wayne hit him and Cash Money with a massive lawsuit. After a legendary run, the Carter 2, countless collaborations, the Carter 3, the Carter 4, fans were hungry for the Carter 5, but the album kept getting delayed, and then Wayne dropped a bombshell on Twitter that shook the hip-hop world. He revealed the real reason behind the holdup. Birdman and Cash Money flat out refused to release it. Wayne said he felt like a prisoner, trapped not just as an artist, but creatively too. He kept apologizing to fans, making it clear it wasn't his fault. Then he hit everyone with the biggest shock. He didn't even want to be part of Cash Money anymore. Fans couldn't believe it. This was Birdman, the guy Wayne had called his father figure, the label he stuck with even when other artists left. And now, Wayne was airing it all out in public. But he didn't stop there. A month and a half later, in early 2015, Wayne took it to another level, filing a $51 million lawsuit against Birdman and Cash Money.
Teen Lil Wayne sued Birdman and Cash Money for $51 million. He was trying to get out of his contract as well. He also sued Universal Music for $40 million, saying he was owed royalties.
And it wasn't just about the Carter V. The lawsuit exposed years of shady business and broken promises. Wayne had signed multiple contracts with Cash Money since 1998. Deals in 2003, 2005, 2006, 2008, 2009, and 2012. That 2012 deal was supposed to be huge. 4 solo albums and 1 duet album, with $10 million promised per solo project, $8 million up front, and $2 million on completion. But surprise, surprise, Cash Money didn't hold up their end. Then there was his 2003 contract, which let him create and own Young Money Records, 49% for Wayne, 51% for Cash Money. His 2008 deal said Cash Money had to give him monthly accounting reports for all Young Money income and expenses. And let's not forget the infamous 2009 Drake letter agreement, which guaranteed Wayne a third of all net profits from Drake's music. Considering Drake became one of the biggest artists in history, that should have been a goldmine for Wayne. But Birdman and Cash Money didn't honor any of it. No monthly accounting, no Drake money. And to top it off, they never even officially registered Young Money as partly owned by Wayne. So on paper, he didn't even own the 49% he was promised. And that $51 million lawsuit didn't even include money owed to Wayne for building the careers of Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Tyga. That was a whole separate issue. Now, instead of paying up or settling, Birdman allegedly went in a much darker direction. On April 24, 2015, Wayne's tour bus was sprayed with bullets. The shooter was Jimmy Winfrey, aka Pee Wee Roscoe, Young Thug's road manager, who also had ties to Birdman. It happened right after Wayne's show at the Compound in Atlanta. Pee Wee reportedly showed up with an assault rifle telling people, "This is my city. Keep messing around and I'll spray the bus."
Shots were fired at the tour bus of Grammy-winning rapper Lil Wayne on the 26th of April. Footage from the NBC affiliate in Atlanta, Georgia, showed several bullet holes in the side of the bus, but no injuries were reported.
Police escorted Wayne's bus out of the city, but once they crossed into another jurisdiction, the escort peeled off. And that's when Pee-wee opened fire. Nobody got hurt, but it could have been deadly. What made things even more suspicious was that right after the shooting, Pee-wee called Birdman. Around the same time, Young Thug had allegedly called Pee-wee 8 times just minutes before the attack. Then a jailhouse call surfaced, Birdman telling Pee-wee to come collect his money. On top of that, the bus driver later sued, claiming Pee-wee was promised $250,000 and a Porsche to carry out the hit. So Birdman could allegedly find money for a shooter, but not for the man he called his son? Pee-wee took a plea deal and got 20 years. Wayne's battle dragged on until June 7, 2018, when they finally settled. The details are under wraps because of an NDA, but word is Wayne walked away with an 8-figure payout. But it's not the first time Birdman's name has popped up in other shootings, like the time rich homie Quan's dad's barbershop got lit up, and his dad was shot 4 times but survived. Birdman may have built an empire in hip-hop, but over time, all these dark stories have chipped away at his legacy.